4-year-old neighbor is thrilled to learn I walk the same dog every day.
This looks like the same dog from last time.
It is!
Dad, it's the same dog as last time.
I don't know why, but 4-year-old neighbor is like such a funny term to me. You'd think about it as like, oh, my neighbor's 4-year-old child. But this makes it kind of seem like it's like a 4-year-old with a house and a wife and a car and a dog and a nice 6-figure paying job. What's up, boys? You know, every once in a while, I really like to return to my roots. The series that truly launched my channel to the success, to the heights that it's at nowadays. I don't do this series as much anymore, but I figured since it's been a little minute, I might do it. r/Kids Are Stupid, the absolute classic. As always, let me know in the comments any stupid kid stories you have from when you were a small child. I know I have plenty. And without further ado, enjoy the rest of the video, boys. Today, my 7-year-old came into the room crying. I asked him what happened, and he said that his 5-year-old brother put 80 cows in his house in Minecraft while he was offline, and that it was entirely too many cows. And honest to Christ, I have no idea how to parent any of this. I mean, that is an insane, ridiculous amount of cows, to be honest. Depending on how big your house is, that's actually pretty impressive. But I think now it's unfortunately time for you to get out the diamond sword and go to work. My 6-year-old son has been talking about needing to do his hair nice and be cute for school so he can attract females. I was terrified he got exposed to some alpha male shit. You know what it was? Animal Planet. He is learning to flirt from bird documentaries. Okay, so he's gonna do like a little song and dance. I heard girls like that when you do a little performance for them at school. Told my kids I couldn't find the hot cocoa powder, to which my 4-year-old said, maybe someone took it and hid it behind my bed. Which is a suspiciously specific theory. Yeah, I don't know. I just got this weird hunch that somebody took the cocoa powder and just put it behind my bed. I don't know why anyone would do that. That's such a weird spot for it, but you might want to go check. I just have a feeling.
William?
What the hell? Why is he looking like that? Nah, I don't think you gave him enough excitement. You had to be like, what? William? You're Spider-Man? You know, to be honest, bro, it's kind of f***ed up that you recorded and posted this because he was trying to trust you with his secret identity, and here you are, you know, showing the world, bro. You're like J. Jonah Jameson.
You serious?
My son bet me that he could make a piece of paper fly farther than I could, so he spent 10 minutes making the fanciest paper airplane I've ever seen. The look on his face when I crumpled mine into a ball and launched it across the house was priceless. Sucks to be a loser. You gotta teach him young, man. The life is not fair. Not everybody is gonna go through the same amount of effort to get results that you are. I mean, to be honest though, I think this just means his paper plane wasn't good enough, because a real good paper plane would definitely go farther than a paper ball. Hate playing make-believe with little kids. You shoot them with a laser and they're like, actually I went back in time so it doesn't count. The fuck are you talking about? You just casually rip open a hole in the space-time continuum? That's irresponsible as shit, pal. Yeah, what are you doing, man? Someone's gotta teach these kids some consequences, man. You don't know what happens when you do that. You could tear a time warp hole in space. Keep doing that shit, you might accidentally create a black hole in the living room, bro. I don't think you want to do that. Great. My 3-year-old saw me pull a tampon out, and now she's going around saying mommy had a mouse in her butt. Well, I mean, what is she doing putting the tampons in her ass? That's probably not a good idea. My baby learned to crawl yesterday, and the very first thing he did was beeline to an outlet and try to put his mouth on it. How has the human race survived this long? You know he was thinking about that shit every single day. He was like, man, when I learn to crawl, I'm going straight for that outlet. I just need to know what that feels like. That's also what we call natural selection. Seems that yours has been weeded out a little bit early. Alright guys, get ready for an actually f***ed up story. My son made multiple purchases of Robux starting on July 24th through August 4th. My checking account has been charged over $5,800. This is unacceptable and could potentially be life-altering. I'm a 44-year-old father of 5. I was injured severely last November and I am currently disabled and working hard to recover from my surgery. Being injured has caused me serious financial difficulties and the struggles have been very difficult. We were about to lose our home as the bank was threatening to foreclose. Finally, I was able to get some relief and got some money out of my retirement. Then out of left field, my son makes a series of charges to my PlayStation, I think he meant. 92 charges to be exact, totaling over $5,800. I noticed that my bank account was slowing being drained on the 4th of this month. This guy cannot type, but no, that's fine. This has the potential to cost me my home and could be out on the street in a couple months. I have contacted both Sony and Roblox, and neither company is willing to give me a full refund. Sony was able to refund $103 for some game he bought, but the larger sum that was spent on Roblox seems I will never get back. PlayStation offered me some heartless response saying I need to set up security for the account as if I didn't have it password protected already. The little kid is so brainwashed by the game that he literally sat and watched over my shoulder as I put in the password and memorized it. Wow. Yeah, you know, I've made a lot of kids are stupid videos, but this is genuinely just a stupid ass kid. Yeah, I'm sorry. If my kid did this, I would genuinely disown him. Like, even if he didn't really know the extent of what he was doing, he still had to know that he was spending, like, too much money. I genuinely don't know if I would be able to forgive my son for this. I'm sorry. I don't know if I could. And you know he's probably just gonna go blow it all on Grow a Garden. And it's gonna be gone immediately.
Where are you going?
I wanna go dad's.
You gotta go to your dad's?
Yeah.
Well, come here, give me a hug. I'll miss you.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna come back soon?
Yeah.
All right. But have fun at your dad's.
Bye.
Bye, love you.
Love you. Dad. What are you doing?
I've never seen a kid that wants to be in a divorced family. This is really something. This is gonna be the only kid who, when his parents tell him that they're getting divorced, he's like, yes, finally, I get to have 2 houses and 2 rooms. And I also love how at the end, his dad is just sitting there and he's like, Dad, what are you doing? Why are you here? I thought you were supposed to be at your house. My son told me he learned that octopuses can climb through small cracks, so he's scared to swim in the ocean because an octopus might climb inside his butt. And now I'm scared to swim in the ocean too. You know, I never really thought about that actually, and now I'm kind of scared to swim in the ocean. And I've already had incidents in the ocean. A couple of years ago, I got stung by a jellyfish, so I'm not gonna take any chances here actually. This guy's name is literally Octopus Caveman though, so the octopus people probably f with him, and I'm sure he'd be fine.
Hold on, guys.
Now, honestly, I feel the same way whenever I'm around a lot of geese. You know how earlier we were talking about if ducks are predators or not? Geese are most definitely predators, and they actually are very scary compared to ducks. Those things have no fear, and they have a hate in their heart for everything. It's really scary. When I was 6, I named my Animal Crossing character Sex. I couldn't change it back, so panicked. Went outside the next day and smashed the game card with a hammer. I have lived with this my whole life. Why did you freak out so hard? That what, like your parents would see it or something? Our 4-year-old neighbor started preschool today. He came over to play this afternoon, and when he was leaving, I said, have fun at school tomorrow. He said, I already went. I said, yeah, but you have to go every day. And he was like, what? Poor guy thought he was done with that nonsense. Man, just wait till he finds out about jobs. September 2004. I don't think that's not even the right date. Why did you put it on 2004? But hey, you know, at least the sun's out. It's a nice, beautiful day. We can ignore whatever is going on below that. Holy shit, what did he do? You can see the look on his face while she's bothering him. He's like, don't push my buttons. I will unleash my anime abilities on you and you will be frozen and bound to the floor. I have one intelligent child who is designing a parachute, and putting this as politely as I can, I have another child willing to try the parachute. Both sides are needed equally, you know? You gotta have somebody who's willing to try it to see if it works. Was reading 5-year-old a bedtime story, and we reached a page where the pictures had been scribbled over with black pen. He got upset, saying his favoritist book was ruined and that this was the worst day ever. I reminded him that he did it last week. No, it couldn't have been me. There's no way. My 5-year-old nephew asked how long my newborn needed to charge before he could go home. It's a heart rate monitor. No, it kind of does look like he's charging though. You know, sometimes babies get born, but they're still on a low battery, so they need to chill and charge for a while before they can actually go home. Bedtime was half an hour ago. My 6-year-old just walked out bleary-eyed and asked his father if a duck is a predator. Some things are too important to go to bed without knowing. Is a duck a predator? Let me do some research real quick. Wow, they are, guys. Ducks are predators, you know? They might be the least intimidating predators I've ever seen in my entire life, but good to know, I guess. I wouldn't let her wear dirty underwear as a hat. Yeah, you know, I've been there. Oh, God. The amount of times I've wanted to wear dirty underwear as a hat, but it's not like anybody tells me no. I just get weird looks whenever I go out in public. I just decided it wasn't worth it, but it makes me really sad.
Happy birthday to you.
I mean, to be honest, if I was at that table and I would be eating that cake, I'd probably rather have the kid try to use his fingers to put it out instead of blowing all over it, because, you know, he would just be launching spit projectiles everywhere, and then I probably wouldn't want to eat the cake anymore. I wouldn't give him beer. What the hell? You know, this actually does remind me, when I was a lot younger, I was probably like 11 or 12, I went to a winery with my dad and my cousin, and I ended up trying some of the, you know, beverages, and I hated all of them a lot. So much that I pledged to never drink again. Now, I can't say that I really held true to that promise, but you should let the kid try some, man. You never know. Maybe he'll, not like it. Maybe he will.
Yeah, he does have a sore throat, so that popsicle might do the trick.
Oh, okay,
baby. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Get it. Yes.
Wow, you know, this reminds me of the one time that I had a birthday party and I breakdanced in front of everybody that I invited, and I thought I was going absolutely crazy, and I think it was probably looking exactly like something like that. Everyone was still gassing me up, though. I remember very vividly. Now, they may have just been being nice because it was my birthday, but, you know, we don't have to talk about that.
Oh my God, when your son eats your dad as ashes. My son has eaten my dad's ashes.
Wow, that is quite the unique situation. Well, you know what? At least he's with him forever now. He's truly inside him forever. Well, maybe not forever. Maybe for like 10 to 24 hours. Anyway, guys, I think on that note, I'm going to end this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both of which are @DomSoEpic. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.